Hi guys, thanks for tuning into Ricky's New Hat. I am Ricky and in this episode susubukan kong gumamit ng Panpastel. Let's get started. So you might notice na wala yung aking usual na galaxy background. No? So wala tayong special lighting ngayong araw na to because we will be drawing on the table. Drawing ba or coloring? So we'll be painting with soft pastel. So ano ba ito? Dati nakagamit ako ng soft pastel. I like how it blends. Pero medyo messy kasi siya, no? So ito yung ginagamit ko dati na soft pastel. This was the first time I used soft pastels. And I will show here kung ano yung dinrawing ko nun. It was an Incredible Hulk. So ito yung soft pastel. So para siyang crepas, the oil pastel, pero para siyang chalk. Masarap siyang gamitin, medyo messy lang. And this is my gray set. Ito yung gray set. And I also bought this affordable this set from Firster. So ito yung itsura niya. Hindi yung gano'ng ka-messy siya, no? So parang ganun din to, kaya lang ito gagamitan mo ng applicator. I got this from Art Bar sa Mega Mall and naka-sale kasi siya. To be honest, medyo may kamahalan itong art material na to, itong soft pastel na to. Each container, so each color costs around 300 plus. So para ka rin bumili ng Copic markers. Pero matagal mong gagamitin. So if you can imagine, so yung isang gamit mo lang nito, marami ka na makukulayan. So these are highly pigmented materials. Para siyang makeup actually. So, kaya ang kanyang mga applicator ay yung para din sa makeup, yung mga foam. Ito, yan, mga sponge applicators. Ganyan yung mga kasama niyang applicators. So this belongs to the landscape starter set, no? Pero mabibili mo siya individually. Medyo mahirap lang hanapin. Most likely Art Bar has this. So, ganito yung itsura nung starter set. Ang original price nito, again, I don't like mentioning prices, pero just to give you an idea, nasa 3,000 plus ang original price nito. Binenta siya for half, no? Naka 50% off. So, buksan natin. I have here the portrait starter set. So I got myself also another camera for these kinds of shots kasi nahihirapan ako every time I do tabletop shoots. Kailangan ko pang tanggalin ito, which I use normally for my profile shots pagka ako yung nagdi-digital coloring. And when I do traditional art na kailangan dito sa table naka-focus, inililipat ko ba to dito, no? So naka-focus. Kaya medyo hassle eh. Hindi rin maganda yung lipat ka ng lipat or galaw ka ng galaw ng location ng iyong camera. That's why I ordered for another camera pero hindi ganito. This is a Logitech Brio. Wala na akong mabilan. And yung ibang merong available, ino-overprice nila by 10,000 pesos. Grabe. So, ito yung kasama ng set. So, meron siyang ano matawag dito? Para siyang para siyang spatula eh. Buti pa to, dalawa yung kasama niyang sponge na pinapasok dito sa applicator, sa handle or sa spatula na kasama niya. May na-order na iba-ibang shape ito eh. Merong square-tipped shape, merong rounded shape, and this set comes with this semi-pointed shape. No, and it comes with 2 sponges. So, ang kagandahan nito, hindi ka limited sa kung ano lang yung available sa art shop or sa bookstore o kung saan man binibenta yung ganitong klase art material. You can be creative dahil nga readily available naman siya sa market. No? I bought this set sa Japan Home. So, ito ay sponge applicator ng makeup na maganda naman kasi merong pointed siya, no? Merong mga pointed edges siya like that. So pwede ko siyang gamitin dito. And then ito mga sponge na to for large area coloring. Ito yung mga the usual areas, normal areas, no? So you can use the edges, you can just use the flat edge, the rounded edge. Bahala ha kung paano mo i-apply. Basta ang importante, you can use sponge dito. Cosmetic sponge. Hindi ko alam kung ano tawag dito. Pero, yeah. So, This is the portrait set. Pag binebenta itong Panpastel individually, normally it comes in this container na meron takip. But for this set, siya ay isa lang yung nasa gitna lang yung may takip, and all the rest walang takip. The idea is kasi pinagdudugtong yan ganyan for easier storage. Kung medyo may space constraint ka sa iyong work area, so you can store it like this na magkakapatong. So ito yung dalawang set. For the landscape set, ang mga kasamang color niya, this is the burnt sienna, this is the titanium white, yes, titanium white, yellow ochre, chrome oxide green, red iron oxide, and then this is the ultramarine blue, Payne's gray X dark. So it's basically dark gray. Ngayon for the portrait set, the magenta, the red iron oxide tint, burnt sienna shade, neutral gray extra dark, ultramarine blue shade. This is ultramarine blue. Okay. This is ultramarine blue. This is ultramarine blue shade. So mas darker to. Another titanium white. So dalawa ang titanium white ko. Yellow ochre tint. So yan yung set ko. And then itong pan na to, pwede natin gamitin. Alright. Di ba ang ganda oh? Nice. Ngayon, we will try out kung paano sila i-apply sa paper. So we'll try it out using the applicator. Meron talagang pastel paper pero hindi ko pa alam kung saan pwedeng bumili. Let's do some swatching. So let's start with this. Wow! Ang kagandahan kasi nito, may applicator ka. So, unlike yung stick, talagang diretso ka. Yun yung nagpupulbos talaga eh. While this, mamamaximize mo yung pigment niya. Okay? So, para ka nagda-dry painting. And, yung para talagang gumagamit ng makeup. I loved how vibrant the colors are. And then the brown, the burnt sienna. Before I went and opened this set, I think it was last night or the other night, nagre-research ako sa YouTube kung paano gamitin to. And I think ang limitation yata nito, after a few layers, medyo mahirap ng patungan ng iba pang layer. So, kailangan talaga meron kang naka-ready na paper on the side para linisin yung maaring may maiwan na tint dito sa iyong applicator, pero ang importante lang pinapahid mo siya sa paper. Look at that. Ganda. Yung green. Also, I've learned na you can also use eraser for this, kung meron kang gustong i-correct or talagang i-erase na area. Yes, the eraser works on the pastels, so that's a good thing pagka nagkamali ka, so hindi ka mahihirapan. Ayan, so I don't know if you can see it, pero nag-a-apply naman yung stick form ng pastel sa ibabaw nito. So if you want hard edges na nasasanay akong dito tumingin kasi normally andito yung camera ko. So if you want hard edges, solid colors, hindi yung soft, kasi as you're using applicators dito, ang tendency is maging soft yung coloring mo. So kung gusto mo ng hard edge, you can use the stick form na soft pastels. Let's try it out. This time, i-apply natin siya sa ibabaw ng sketch na gagawin ko. So, what I'm planning to do now is siguro create the background muna before yung ating profile, para starting from left papuntang right tayo, para maiwasan yung mapatungan ko ng daliri yung ating artwork. So, ang gagawin ko ay mag-apply muna ako dito ng titanium white sa side na to, and then add a few tints to it para light yung background natin. meron akong gustong subukan. Pwede kaya dito yung brush. Ito yung mga in-order ko na sa Lazada. So, we'll get a darker color. So, hindi uubra yung brush. Wala, nagpa-powder lang talaga eh. Hindi kayang i-push ng brush yung pigment doon sa paper. At least may natutunan tayo. Meron ako ditong set. Ito yung gamit ko nung nung nagwe-weathering ako ng mga Gundam. So yung weathering set, ito yung ginagamit kong applicator. Obviously, pwede natin gamitin. So we'll add some shadows ngayon. Kaya na pa ako pahid kuha ng kulay dito. Hindi nyo pala nakikita. Yan. Kukuha ako ng kulay dito, kuha ko ng kulay dito, and then saka ako i-apply. Yan. Medyo nag-work So this time we need to check lang kung gagana yung colored pencil. I guess it's just pushing around yung pigment. Now let's try adding highlights by erasing. Ito, I'm using a mono zero eraser. Mukhang iba-ibang klaseng sponge ang meron, no? May mga sponge na sobrang lambot. This one is very soft and so kulang siya sa pushing power. Hindi niya masyadong maidiin yung pigment sa paper, yung pastel sa paper. Whereas itong ganitong klaseng sponge that came with the set, medyo firm siya eh. So far, ito na yung nagawa natin that needs more details lang, no? Okay, as with any paper art, no, make sure lang na free of oil ang inyong kamay, dahil itong mga smudge na to were caused by oil landing on the paper or absorbed by the paper coming from your hand even before ka nag-start mag-apply ng color. So lalabas yung, kumbaga magsasaturate yung color sa area na yon na merong oil na galing sa kamay mo. So ingat lang sa mga ganun, no? Make sure lang na hindi ako naghugas ng kamay kasi. Anyway, this is a test lang, no, of the medium. So right now, since most of the colors are here already, we will use other mediums naman, like yung as we tested kanina, eraser and then colored pencils to add details sa ating artwork. I also have an electric eraser here, no? Same point as the mono zero. Ito lang para mas madali lang yung pag-add ko ng highlights. So I'm gonna use this. Ngayon ko lang ginamit to. I love it. I bought this sa Lazada. So if you want to have one of these, search nyo lang electric eraser. The seller is Great King. Mura lang bil ko dito. Wala pa yata 500. And that's good deal. Electric eraser to eh. Tapos marami siyang kasama mga extra eraser nibs. Moving on. Tingnan yung effect. Ganda, di ba? I hope hindi nagagalit yung mga ano dyan, yung mga experts sa sa Panpastel that I'm doing this. Siyempre, take advantage nila kung ano yung mga pwedeng combination of techniques. So, maganda rin na ipapakita ko na sa inyo ano yung mga possibilities. Mahirap kung puro ano lang. Unless you're really an expert na, madali na para sa'yo na gamitin yung Panpastel. But for me, syempre, as a first time user, syempre, I want to produce something nice. Applyan natin ang mga techniques na alam ko. So more of retouch na lang tayo ng colored pencils. Okay, we're just about done. Okay, so there you have it. No, at least I got a feel of the material itself. No, ito ang aking experience with the Panpastel based on this first application alone lang ha. First impression ko, number one, it's very messy as expected naman sa soft pastel. Pero syempre, when you're doing art, medyo fulfilling din na, you find your hands filled with pigments, or if you're using pencil, may mga LED ka sa kamay mo. So, it's part of being an artist naman talaga. And itong parang makeup parang makeup siya talaga, promise. Para siyang makeup. Medyo madali i-apply at first, pero once na nakailang layers ka na on top of one another, you tend to lose the tooth of the paper. Tulad na sinabi ko, ang purpose ng tooth ng paper, meaning yung texture ng paper, yung gaspang ng paper na kuma-capture ng dry material or dry coloring agent mo, nagiging smooth yung paper mo. And so pagka in-apply mo yung next layer mo, ang tendency is bumeblend na lang siya over dun sa pinapatungan mo. Hindi siya nagkakaroon ng texture on its own, or hindi mo na ma-maximize yung pagiging opaque ng color. So mahalo siya. Yung itong part na to, itong buhok na to, when I was applying white, hindi ko na talaga ma-maximize yung pagiging white niya. Humahalo na siya. Kasi nga, ang kinakapitan lang niya is yung previous pigment, not the paper. So yun yung tendency nito, once na na-cover niya yung paper with many layers, or mga 2 or 3 layers, medyo expect lang na yung mga susunod na layer will blend over the colors. Maganda rin dito is, pwede mo siyang burahin, no? I was expecting kasi na since these are dry pigment, once na pinahid mo sa paper, talagang kakapit siya. Although merong dust, merong tendency to dust off naman, pero I was expecting na talagang kakapit siya because pigment yan solid pigment yan Pero pwede mo naman pala siyang burahin. And so, makaka-create ka ng highlights using an eraser. Like in my case, I used an electric eraser na very convenient lang. This is just for convenience sake. I'm not recommending that you go out and buy this agad because I'm using it. Very convenient lang naman. If you can afford to buy one, again, sa Lazada, mura lang naman to. Okay, so, another learning for me is, yung mga large areas na kailangan mo lagyan ng shadow, you use a large sponge. I think the midway, doon ko lang nalaman na, I should have used a large sponge na konti lang yung pigment para nakapag-apply ako ng medyo subtle shadow over the skin. Kaya yung hinabol ko yon, and in the process na nabura ko yung ibang buhok, and so I had to redo the hair strands again, pero which is not a problem. Ganun talaga pag nag-layering tayo, especially pag traditional art, it's it's all about layering. And then yung using other mediums like pencil, nagmi-mix media ka rin naman, might as well use pencils for your detailing. Maganda to. Depende sa'yo. I'm not sure kung kakapit yung ink dito if you want to ink over this, pero be careful lang kasi baka malagyan ng dust yung yung nib ng ginagamit mong pang-ink. Okay, so yung ingat lang. And then itong mga applicators natin, masarap siyang gamitin. Kaya lang syempre since limited ako sa dalawang to that came with the set, wala ako nung square tipped na sana yung corner nun pwede akong mag-create ng harder edges. So yung lahat ng application ko dito, most of which are mga soft applications lang. Kaya I had to use pencil lang for those fine details like yung pilik mata, no, the kilay, and then ito sa ilong. No, I cannot do this with these applicators alone. So I had to use pencils kasi nga linya to eh. So you cannot draw a line. Kahit nga gumamit ako nito, hindi siya effective in drawing lines. Talagang gagamit ka pa rin talaga ng pencil, which is fine, no, for detailing. Ang kailangan ko lang malaman is how will I protect the pigment during storage. Pwede ba dito yung fixative para hindi humawa siya? For example, I will put this in a clear book. Hindi ba hahawa yung pigment doon sa plastic? So, do I need to use fixative? And okay lang maggamitan ng fixative? That I do not know yet. No? I have not done so much of the research. I just wanted to experience it very raw. No? Now, as compared to the stick type soft pastels, mas madaling i-apply yung pigment nitong PanPastel kesa dito. Ingat lang sa handling nito once you finish your artwork kasi they have a tendency to smudge. So yun, so that's my experience sa PanPastel. If you're considering to use PanPastel, I have no idea kung merong any other brands na or manufacturers na gumagawa ng ganitong klaseng soft pastel. It's quite pricey, no? You might as well practice on the soft pastels if you're on a budget. Same concept din naman to. Same material, kaya lang ito mas solid. Pero it takes a while to get used to this kasi number one, very messy, very dusty. Unlike ito, lesser yung dust kasi naipupush mo ng husto yung material sa paper by using the applicator. Whereas, if you're using the sticks, yung stick mismo pinapahid mo sa paper and not all of the pigment will stick to the paper kasi nga depende yan sa yung pressure na ginagamit. Alright? So, I hope you enjoyed this video. It's been a long while. I know I've been away for a few weeks because of my calendar project na nasa stage na we're almost there na we have sold all the copies of the calendar. This is my 2021 calendar na ginawa ko, which I sold over Facebook sa mga kaibigan ko. And this was a fundraising. This still is actually. Hindi pa naman ibibigay yung donation sa mga beneficiaries, which are the farmers sa Cagayan because they were badly affected by the recent typhoons. So ito yung ginawa kong calendar. And then majority of the proceeds napupunta po sa funds na ibibigay natin sa mga affected by the typhoon. Ito po yung some of these I drew dito sa aking channel, pero ito po yung kabuuan ng aking proyekto. All original artworks by me, mga larong bata or yung mga pastimes ng mga bata noong panahon ko. Ayan, hindi na natin masyado nakikita ngayon sa kalye. Ayan po yung aking calendar. This was printed by Photobook. So thank you to Photobook for giving me a prize for the bulk order at I was able to sell this at a reasonable price sa aking mga patrons. Okay, so I hope to have more projects like this. I'll go over the video that I made, yung afterthoughts nitong project, and check if I will post this sa aking channel. Pero for this episode, which we use the PanPastel, for sure we will post this sa ating channel. So again, This is Ricky. I hope you enjoyed this episode using the Panpastel, and keep on drawing and enjoy the rest of the week. Maraming salamat po. Bye.